Joe here. Thanks for visiting Road Trip Joe, and thanks for being my patron. I've been traveling in Oregon the last few weeks and taking in some of the state and some of the county campgrounds. Oregon has some of the best I've ever been at. There is one place I visited, the Boyce Cope County Campground, and when I drove in, I had this deja vu experience. I had been here before. But that's another story for another time. This is a neat place, and it has lots of things to do. There's a lake that's right in between the campground and the ocean. Seems that years ago, like over 100 years ago, they considered making this a port and using the lake as a place to keep boats, big boats. So, around 40 unsuspecting people moved here. That was until they realized that the lake would just drain into the ocean because it was higher than the ocean and all the water would have just flowed out. So their plans for a town and a hotel and a port all kind of went away, and they made it in park instead. And of course the people all left. Now, what makes this lake unique is that this is where people come to learn how to kiteboard. Now, if you're unfamiliar with that sport, it's kind of like the ultimate Russian surfing. You got a surfboard on your feet and you're attached to this big kite and it pulls you whatever way the wind is blowing. Not an easy sport, I think. There were some beginners out there, some sailboarders, and of course some jet skis. I think the company that teaches people how to kiteboard owns those, and they go out and rescue whoever needs rescuing. So I went down and watched for a while and took my camera. It was very cold, by the way. And I shot some video. Thought you might like to see it. That's all I got. Joe here. I am in a beautiful park. I think this is Fleming National Forest, I think. It's just about 8 miles up the road from Paisley, Oregon. And as you can see, I've got some running water right next to me. Right there. Right? And then there's my trailer back there. Okay. What I'm going to do today is probably illegal. I'm going to break out my fishing rod that I bought like 2 years ago. I bought this thing about 2 years ago. And man, I need a haircut. Okay, so I bought this about 2 years ago. I'm going to break it out. I'm going to read the instructions on the back because I like to read instructions. Right there. And then I'm going to throw my line right in there. I don't have any bait. Just going to be using some lures. Hopefully I've got a tackle box and get some stuff in here. It looks like it's pretty interesting. Should be something in there tasty for a fish. I don't know if this is the right water to be fishing in, but I'm going to try it. I've got my line. Got it all ready, baby. Got me a little, I don't know what that is on the end of it. I got me a little bobber, of course, because I cheat. Where is it? There's the bobber. All right, I'm going to go down to the water. I'm going to make my first cast. I'm going to see what happens. And this is illegal as hell because I don't have a license. I obviously don't know what I'm doing. This reel here is like, it can tangle really easy. So, I've lost 2 bobbers, 2 hooks. There's one of them down there. I'll probably go get it in the morning. But I'm able to cast, get it out there. Been reeling it in. I had to change my little thing. I was not running out of bobbers, but I didn't want to use all of them. I kept on, there's some rocks out here. Oh my God, fishing is hard. I am out here on the beautiful lake or river Wameka, and I am fishing. I got my line in the water. Haven't caught anything yet. I think I got a little too much weight on my line. It's sinking right to the bottom, but that's okay. Just out here to have a good time. This is a beautiful spot, as you can tell. Beautiful spot. I will probably come out a little later, shoot a little video. I had a couple of nips the last couple of days, but hadn't been that great. But I'm having a good time. It's going to be really hot today, like 101, I think. But I have no internet or cell phone coverage or anything else, so who knows how hot it's going to be. I'm out here fishing again. Not having much luck. Not much luck, not having any luck actually. Okay, still got my pole, got my way down there, about 40-50 yards down. I let it kind of float down the stream. There's fish all over here, but they're little bitty things. I think my little lure on there might be a little too big for them. So, anyways, getting close to the end of the day. It's my last day here. I'm leaving tomorrow. This is a Waimumath River. I think there's one other person here with me now. Some couple or something on the other side of the park. Fishing's hard, man. Fishing is hard. I am up at the Pine Mountain Observatory. There's one of them right here. They have 3 telescopes here. 1, 2. There's a third one down there. That's the oldest one. I was in there last night. Oregon State runs these observatories, and they open them up on Fridays and Saturdays during the summer months. So the last couple of nights it has been packed, absolutely packed. But I was in that little one last night and looked at Saturn, and then this larger one, I was in there last night looking at Jupiter. Looking at Jupiter last night, you could see 4 of the moons around Jupiter, so I mean they're pretty powerful. In the Saturn you could see the rings really well. So, and you guys know I like that stuff. So, I'm going to go for a little hike. As soon as I catch my breath, it's 6,500 feet up here. I've been short of breath for a few days now. Got one more night here and then take off tomorrow. Go through Bend, go out to Seven Sisters, then over to Siuslaw National Park. And, oh, it's nice and quiet up here right now. It's very nice. I'd like to build one of these in my backyard. That's all I got.